Hello everyone and welcome to another Codesys programming video tutorial. In this tutorial I'm gonna talk about counters in Codesys. In Codesys we have three counters: up counter, down counter and up down counter. These counters are used to count the number of an event in our program, and we will learn in this video how to use them. Okay, let's say for instance I want to count up the number of times an input 0 goes to 1, and then when it repeats this 5 times I want to turn on an output. For this purpose we can use up counter. So what I'm going to do is to insert an up counter to the programming environment. To do that, open function blocks and then insert an up counter. Drag and drop it. Here we can choose a name for the counter and declare it. If you click on the timer or press enter, a window will appear to declare the counter. We are going to create a local variable. You can change the counter name here. Its type is up counter and is already set by default. We use the counter in this program. You can initiate the timer with different values. For example, if you want the PV to initiate from 2, you can click on it, then write the value here and hit apply value to selected lines. Hit OK. Now we have created our counter, but we need to define its inputs and outputs. The first input is CU or counter up. This input is a Boolean type and sensitive to a rising edge. When its value is changed from 0 to 1, counter increases the current value by 1. The next input is reset. It's also Boolean, and if we activate this input, the counter and current value will be reset to 0. The third input is the preset value or PV. This value is upper limit for incrementing of current value, and when the current value reaches this value, the output will be activated and true. It has a data type word. Q is our output, and as I said before, it gets true as soon as CV is equal or greater than the limit given by PV. And last one, CV, is the current counter value. It shows which value the counter has currently. I add a visualization to work and to understand the performance of this counter better. I create some push buttons for inputs. Select the associated input in Input Configuration and tap. Again, for the input reset, select its variable. Insert the spin box. Through this box we can modify and change the preset value. Select here the variable. Insert the text field to see the current value. In the text, write % and I to refer the integer value. And in the text variable, assign the variable. I also insert a pilot lamp to observe the output. Let's save the project and simulate it. Log in and run it. The preset value is not set yet and is 0. Therefore, the output is on. I change it. Now it is equal to 5. The current value is 0 and the preset value is 5, so the output is off. By pressing the count up, the current value will be increased by 1 each time. As soon as the current value becomes 5, which is equal to the preset value, the output becomes true. By pressing the reset, the current value will be 0. Let's try again. You can also change the preset value by double-click here and then writing your value. Then from debug, select write values. I forgot to say that we have initiated the PV with 2, but we have also assigned a variable here. Therefore, you see the initial value 0, not 2. If I delete this variable, PV will be initiated with 2. Okay, in this function, each time by pressing the input, the current value will be increased. Let's say this time we need to count down when we press the input. In this case, we can use a countdown counter. We can find this counter in function blocks. Write its name and press enter. Like the previous counter, we need to declare this function. Local variable, counter name, data type, and so on. Hit OK. With each rising edge at input CD, the counter current value will be decremented by 1 until 0. In this timer, we don't have reset input, we have load input. With this input, we can load the preset value in the current value. And PV is the start value for decrementing of CV. Output Q gets true as soon as CV is 0. CV gets decremented by 1, starting with PV until 0 is reached. In the visualization, I add a button for the input counter down and another one for the load. Don't forget to change the associated variable. Let's save and simulate this counter. Login with download. PV is 0 and the current value is also 0. Therefore output is on. I set the PV equal to 5 and load it to the current value. Now the output is off. Each time by pressing the counter down, the current value will be decreased. And when it is 0, the output will be again on. Let's try again. I change the PV. With CV0, output is on. The third counter is up-down counter, but in the function blocks you can see it. To use this counter, we can insert a box from the general part to our program. Then click on here and in function blocks, under browse and standard, open counter and select counter up-down, CTUD. You can see some explanation about inputs and outputs here. By double click, you can insert the function to program. This function is a combination of the previous two functions, up counter and down counter, and the structure of both previous function exists in this one. It can be used to increase or decrease the current value. I always use this function if I need a counter in my program. All the inputs and outputs are like the inputs outputs in counter up and counter down functions. The output QU will be true when the current value reaches the preset value, and output QD returns true when CV has been decremented to 0. I add another pilot lamp because we have two outputs. Assign its variable. I change again the variable for this function. First pilot lamp for output up. And the second one for output down. Let's test this function. So I'm going to go to the simulation, log in with download. I set the preset value. Each time by pressing the counter up, the current value will be increased. Now CV is equal to PV and output up is true. I make a reset. Now CV is 0, so this time output down is true. I load the PV in CV. Again, output up is on because the CV is equal to PV. Each time by pressing the counter down, CV will be decreased, and when it is 0, output down will be true. Okay, that was all about counters in Codesys, and you can now use them in your program. I hope you enjoyed this video and it was helpful for you. If you have any question, please don't hesitate to write a comment below.